Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have 3 more custom planner spreads to share with you. All right, the 3 spreads that I have today all have a little bit of a whimsical feel. So we have Melissa, who wanted a checklist layout in the classic size, and she asked for Miss Maker. So I have all 3 Miss Maker books ready to create that for her. Then Cameron wanted a layout for her creative journal, and she has her class reunion coming up this fall. So we're going to do an 80s, 90s kind of mashup for her. I'm excited to give that a try. And then we have Teresa, who is already looking forward to Christmas. She asked for a whimsical Dr. Seuss Christmas feel. And I think this set from Live Love Posh is absolutely perfect. So we are going to create that for her. I will link everything that I end up using down in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll put you guys on fast forward. Let's go. All right, first up is Melissa. And like I said, she wanted the checklist layout. She's going with the classic size. And she suggested perhaps using Miss Maker, which is perfect for Melissa because she is definitely a maker at heart. She is a diamond art expert. She's so great at diamond art. And of course, she loves planning. She is just definitely a maker. So I thought this would be perfect for her. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So what I like to think about when I am creating spreads that I want to have a little extra punch or a little extra flair is to do something unexpected in the spread. So there are some easy things that you can do, putting things in corners. There's certain places where I locate things in general. And so I'm trying to make it look a little bit different. So I started with these 2 big quotes. Make the things that make you smile, which I think personally, I think Melissa does really, really well. So make the things that make you smile and then create something beautiful every day. I wanted the focus to be on those quotes. And then at the bottom, I'm going to do almost like, I want it to feel like a messy craft room, which is what my craft room currently looks like. There's just stuff everywhere. And I think after the very best crafting and creating sessions, that's what it feels like. There's just a little bit of everything everywhere. And often for me, it's across countertops, it's on the floor, it's all of the different places. And so I wanted to bring that out in Melissa's spread. So we're doing just a grouping of all of these different icons and art supplies and things like that. And I'm filling the whole bottom almost like you're looking downwards at her countertops and you're seeing all her art supplies out and out from a really productive crafting session is what I'm hoping you get the impression of. When you're making big kind of collages like this, I always start with the bigger stickers and then fill in with the smaller stickers as you go. Don't be afraid to overlap stickers because of course things on your desk are going to be overlapped, and don't be afraid to use the parts of the sticker that you cut off. I love having stickers hang off the side. You see me do that all the time, and then I keep the extra little part because you never know when you might be able to use it. For instance, cut this little part off. It fits perfectly in there. I love this grouping down here at the bottom. Now, as for the rest of the checklist layout, it actually isn't super tricky to decorate because you leave those checklists alone. Of course, if you want to put different colored bullet points, that would be a lot of fun. It would also be a lot of fun just to very carefully color in each of those squares to go with the color scheme of your spread, but you just leave that middle section alone. I like the checklist layout because that's often how I set up my typical planner anyway, is I like to have the schedule at the top, checklist in the middle, and then the bottom kind of open for whatever. So I'm going to just leave that how it is, not add a lot of extra. You could certainly add headers in that middle section. You can do different things, but you know, a lot of the hard work is done for you because the functionality is already in the spread. So I just trimmed it down a sticker over on the top left because it was a rectangle sticker. I wanted an oval, so we're doing do more of what you love up there at the top. And then I'm having this another bulleted list with making it look like a little shelf maybe in her craft room. So all her paints and such are at the top. And then I'm just going to add a few functional boxes here and there. I'm pulling all from the Miss Maker line. I'm pulling from pretty much all three books basically. And just putting a few functional boxes, making sure there's at least one in each day of the week at the top of the spread. And it's pretty simple. I think the appeal of this checklist layout is that the functionality is already there. So don't overthink how you plan to decorate it. Go with the functionality. Don't fight your way upstream. Just go with what's there. Add a few boxes, add a few of your decor stickers, and then call it a day. It's a pretty easy layout to decorate. And like I said before, a super, super functional layout. I love this Bright Happy layout, or this Bright Happy spread for Melissa. I think she is going to love it as well because she is definitely a Miss Maker kind of gal. So let's cut off one more little box just to make it fit a little bit easier. And that's going to be it. Let me know what you think of Melissa's Miss Maker spread. And next we're going to tackle Cameron's Decades spread. All right, next up is Cameron, and I am using several pieces from Live Love Posh. First of all, she asked to try a different layout. Now she's using this particular journal or this spread in her creative journal. This is not a typical layout that she uses to plan her week. It's more of a creative journal layout. I decided to go with this kind of quadrant layout from Live Love Posh. Again, I love that Live Love Posh is designing these different inserts with some layouts that we've never seen before. Personally, I am using this particular layout in my work planner to plan out videos and content and do a checklist to make sure I'm finishing everything for each video, dating when things are supposed to go live, stuff like that, because it's a lot to keep track of. In this case, I thought this would be a good layout for creative journaling because I feel like you could do different prompts in each section, which is kind of what I'm going for in this spread for Cameron. Now I'm using this book from Live Love Posh. This is her retro planner girl book, the decade book, the one that came out earlier in the summer. I will link it down below. I love it because it covers all different kinds of decades, has some fabulous icons in here. And specifically, Cameron had mentioned mixtapes and cassette tapes. And I am here for that because I, of course, am of the cassette tape generation. I actually had cassette tapes growing up. I bought my first CD when I was in the 8th grade. That's when CDs started becoming popular, but I had a ton of different cassette tapes as well. And there was an overlap for a while where you were kind of playing both, and all of the boom boxes came with the ability to do cassettes and CDs. Do you guys remember that? So we're going with that. We're going with this whole late 80s, early 90s feel to celebrate Cameron's class reunion. And I thought this would be a great journal spread for her to reflect maybe on some memories that she has, and then kind of connecting them. I thought one side would be cool to have like memories, like then and now kind of feeling. We'll see what Cameron ends up using it for, but I thought it would be so fun. And I love these colors. There's nothing quite like those kind of fluorescent-y 90s colors. Absolutely perfect. All of the colors were so bright, I felt like it needed some anchoring. So the black alpha is going to do a really good job of doing that. These are stickers from Illustrated Faith. They're actually from Dayspring. These are some old alpha stickers. I don't even know if you can find these anymore. They're called Homespun Alpha. I absolutely love them. I had them in all the colors. We're going to put looking back over here. And then on this side, we're going to spell out the word memories. I'm spelling it backwards because I'm not great at positioning things. So often I will spell things backwards because I know where I want a word to stop when it's right justified. I just don't always know where to start in order to achieve that. Now, to me, these zigzags are what really scream early 90s because this is the Trapper Keeper pattern. First of all, have you all been back to a store during this back to school time? Trapper Keepers are back, and they are not only back, but they are in the kind of the same designs that they were back in the day, and I am loving it. I'm here for it, and I literally have seen these exact zigzags on those Trapper Keepers. You know, everything comes back around again for sure. I know that 90s fashion is coming back, and certainly 90s school supplies also coming back. Originally, I wasn't going to do a whole border around this page. That wasn't the original plan. However, once I started wanting to add more and more stickers here and there, it just became evident that I was going to do a whole border around the page. I just wanted to use as many of these different icons and the florals as possible to trigger all the memories for Cameron. So I'm going to start filling in over here, even though I originally wasn't going to do this. We're going to just cut a few stickers here and there, and I need another icon over here because I don't want to leave it without an icon. Filling in all of this. I love how it's coming together. I think this is such a fun spread. Tell me down below when you graduated high school, if you would like to share. I graduated high school in 2001. So I've been, let's see, my 20-year reunion was actually during COVID. So I actually had to miss the 20-year reunion. So maybe we'll do a 25-year reunion for my class. Let me know down below, and let me know what decade you would be celebrating. Maybe if you don't want to tell me the exact year, maybe what decade you would be celebrating your high school graduation. What kind of stickers would be on there. The last little touch for Cameron's spread are these black boxes. I'm making sure each quadrant has a black box, but I didn't want it to be super uniform where it was in the same place. This is where I want Cameron to put her prompts or what she's journaling about in that quadrant. She can use that black box to label it. But again, like I said, I wanted it to be scattered and not so predictable where all of the boxes were. And I love the black just kind of anchoring the whole thing. So cute. This spread came out so well. I can't wait to see how Cameron uses it for journaling and to hear how it works for her. All right, just need to repunch these holes, and then we will move on to Teresa's whimsical Christmas spread. All right, next up is Teresa's spread. And this one was a challenge, not because of the theme, but because of the size. She wants a classic size memory planning spread. I'm used to memory planners being in the big size, and so I wasn't totally sure how I wanted to format this different than a regular planner spread. I think I kind of strike a balance. It's hard to know if you're going to do a memory planning spread if it's going to be word heavy or picture heavy, because when I'm doing my memory planner, I tend to start with the photos and then add the words. But if I'm pre-creating a page, I want to leave a few spots for possibly a couple of photos and then plenty of spots for words, because I know Teresa loves journaling, and so I kind of anticipated that this would be more her journaling her memories and less photos, but she can kind of pick and choose and find places for both. For this spread, I went with that Holly Jolly sticker book from Live Love Posh. It is a fabulous sticker book. If you haven't picked it up, can I just recommend that you head straight over to Live Love Posh and pick this one up for sure. You're going to want it for the Christmas season. Use code SCRAPPY10, I think. I'll link the code down below to save an extra 10% on your order. It's fabulous. It's a huge book. You're going to have enough stickers to do a million Christmas spreads. I absolutely love it. But specifically, Teresa asked for whimsical Christmas. She said, think Dr. Seuss. So I found these stickers. I think that they are fun. I love the color scheme. How often do you use orange in a Christmas spread? But I thought, you know what? In Dr. Seuss land, they probably would use orange in Christmas. Orange and pink and red and dark green. Yes, that is definitely giving me the Dr. Seuss feels. I'm going to add the days of the week here at the top. I'm going to leave it undated so Teresa can add the dates that she wants. I'm using Mojo Jojo's rainbow dated basics because I had to add a little bit more color. I feel like Dr. Seuss worlds are super colorful, so that's why we're going very vibrant on here. And I'm going to do a little Christmas tree forest on either side. Yes, those stickers match. No, I don't normally do that. I don't like to have two different versions of the same sticker. However, I really wanted the Christmas trees to be the anchor on either side, and because they're paired with different trees, I think it's all gonna even out pretty well. So I had to go through a variety of different books to figure out what boxes I could use on this particular spread that would go with the colors that were in the Holly Jolly sticker book. That is one of the reasons I am so thankful that I was able to purchase so many of Mojo Jojo's colorful boxes, the jewel tones, the rainbow, the pastels. Those have come in really handy with all of these different planner spreads because you just have a lot of different colors to choose from. Okay, so for this double box, it has lines. You might have noticed that I put it on some scrapbook paper. So it's just a paper piece moving around. I'm adding adhesive to the two sides and the bottom. That is making it into a pocket. A pocket is a fabulous way to add a little extra storage room to your memory planning spreads. So you can see little pocket right there. She can journal in the front, and then Teresa can tuck in photos, mementos, something like that into this pocket. And I'll show you what I mean towards the end of this video when I add a few for her. Now I end up pulling some red boxes as well from the Rainbow Boxes sticker book. So here, there you go, a big double box. When I think memory planning spreads, I have a lot more double boxes. These are places where she can put photos, she could write. There's just some different options, and I don't do quite as many boxes. I like to go heavy on decor. So we're gonna have this kind of cascading moment of different ornaments, some behind the box, some in front of the box, just to keep it fun. I really wanted to use Ho 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 because I thought it was adorable. So I'm trying to find a place where it could live. Let's put a red box to balance out the red box on the left side. Ho Ho Ho. And just a few more boxes here and there. I love how this spread comes together. This is just, I feel like this is an unexpected Christmas spread, which I think what Teresa was going for. So she can use this for memory planning. Teresa, if you end up deciding that you want to use it as a regular planner spread in the month of December, that totally works too. I think it kind of can go both ways. So let me know down below which custom spread with a little extra flair did you like the most today? Was it Teresa's Christmas, whimsical Christmas spread? Was it the gorgeous Miss Maker spread and the checklist layout from Melissa? Or was it the 90s journaling spread for Cameron? Let me know down in the comments below. In the description box, I will link all of the sticker books, all of my codes, all of the things down in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. You all are awesome. You know I think you're awesome. If you want to join our little Patreon community, check the link in the description box and you can start a 7-day free trial today. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.